Imagine the drink that controls millions of people's mood every single morning, fuels billion-dollar economies, and somehow became humanity's emotional support beverage. All because one goat couldn't stop dancing. Yep, seriously. Back in the 9th century, an Ethiopian shepherd named Kaldi noticed something weird. Every time his goats munched on these little red berries, they turned into furry caffeine addicts, jumping around, refusing to sleep, acting like they had infinite battery life. That bizarre discovery sparked one of history's greatest obsessions. But coffee's real adventure was only getting started, because next, it crossed the sea and became the drink of mystics, kings, and eventually, the entire planet. Coffee crossed the Red Sea and landed in Yemen, where it truly found its identity. Yemeni Sufi mystics were the first to roast the beans and brew them into something that actually tasted like coffee. And no, they weren't pulling all-nighters gaming. They drank it to stay awake during long nights of worship, meditation, and prayer. Then came the legendary port of Mocha. Ships loaded with coffee sailed from this tiny Yemeni harbor to the rest of the world. And here's a fun plot twist. That fancy cafe drink called a mocha? Yep, its name comes directly from this very port. As coffee spread, something completely new appeared, the coffee house. Not a mosque, not a marketplace. A place where strangers gathered just to talk, argue, debate politics, write poetry, and exchange ideas. Basically, the original Reddit. Governments absolutely hated it. Religious leaders and rulers feared that coffee houses were creating independent thinkers. Coffee was even banned, multiple times, in cities like Mecca, Cairo, and Istanbul.
Some people nicknamed it wine of Islam because it changed people's mood without a single drop of alcohol.
Authorities actually raided coffee houses like they were criminal hideouts. Spoiler alert, they lost. Turns out, you can ban coffee. You can't ban people's need for caffeine. By the 1600s, coffee arrived in Europe through Venetian merchants and...
Surprise! People panicked. Some Christian leaders called it because it came from Muslim lands. They wanted it banned before most people had even tasted it.
Then Pope Clement VIII stepped in. Instead of judging it, he took a sip.
This is excellent.
Legend says he loved it so much that he joked it would be a shame to leave such a delicious drink only to Muslims. Whether every word of that quote is historically accurate or not, one thing definitely is: coffee won. Soon cafes exploded across London, Paris, and Vienna, and Europe never looked back. Historians believe coffee helped fuel the Enlightenment and even the Industrial Revolution. Before coffee became popular, many Europeans drank beer or wine throughout the day because clean water wasn't always safe. Yeah, people were basically buzzed all day, every day. Then coffee showed up, and suddenly, people were more alert, focused, and ready to think. London's cafes earned the nickname penny universities. Why? Because for the price of one cup, you could sit beside scientists, philosophers, inventors, and merchants, listening to ideas that would change the world. Even some of today's financial institutions and insurance markets trace their roots back to conversations that happened inside coffee houses. Not bad for a little bean.
If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe for more unbelievable history, and tell me in the comments, how do you drink your coffee? See you in the next story.